After an investigation reportedly uncovered a drug use for euthanizing animals inside various brands of dog food, a recall has been issued. The J.M. Smucker Company recalled a number of their gravy train kibbles and bits and Skippy wet dog food products. Your dog's bowl should mean love, not lab mistakes. Some bags hide salmonella, aflatoxin, or even traces of a euthanasia drug. The scary part, many of these names are still on shelves. Older dogs and pets on heart or kidney meds get hit the hardest. Handling the food can also sicken people at home. Today, we're counting 10 brands to avoid at all costs, and 5 that are actually safe. Keep your pup safe without guesswork. Coming in at number 10, Caesar Classics Filet, Minion Trays. Pretty tray, tidy peel. One hidden shard can turn into a vet. Sprint tonight. Sold as gourmet comfort, but a recall showed hard plastic pieces could end up in bowls. In October 2016, Mars Pet Care issued a voluntary recall of specific 3.5 ounces trays and multi-acts of Caesar Classics Filt Minion due to possible small white plastic fragments from manufacturing. Affected lot codes were listed by the company, and consumer notices summarized a Scope 2016 Mars Pet Care Consumer Notice. That is not a flavor issue, that is a foreign material hazard. Why this can slip past you? Fragments are invisible once mixed in, and wet food's aroma and gel cap mask problems. You will not smell plastic. Your dog will not taste it before swallowing. Visual checks fail when pieces are thin, light, and the same color as the loaf. Who is at higher risk? Small breeds with narrow throats, seniors with weaker swallow, and dogs with dental or esophageal issues. Choking and laceration are obvious concerns. Even minor trauma can mean pain, drooling, gagging, or vomiting. For cardiac or kidney patients, vomiting and dehydration can snowball fast and push a fragile dog into a clinic visit. A shiny gelatin cap and warm, meaty aroma that feels safe and home-style. The danger is silent, looks gourmet. The risk is small and sharp. Your fix today: avoid the recalled lots entirely. Favor cans or trays from brands that publish quality controls and trackable lot codes. Before serving any wet tray, break a portion with a fork and spread it on the dish so sharp bits show up. Keep the outer sleeve or take a photo of the date and lot panel in case you need it. Check the FDA pet food recall page before restocking and sign up for alerts. If your dog coughs, gags, paws at the mouth, or vomits after eating, stop feeding and call your vet. 1. Question for you. Have you ever found a hard speck or packaging piece in a wet tray? Next up, a canned staple that looked cozy in the pantry but was flagged for something far worse than plastic. Landing at 9. Kibbles and bits canned. Sauce shines, label smiles, risk hides quietly, and your dog has no warning at dinner time. Budget comfort poses as wholesome, but testing found a euthanasia barbiturate. That is the betrayal. Cozy branding up front, chemistry in the bowl. In 2018, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration reported a J.M. Smucker voluntary recall after pentobarbital was detected in certain canned kibbles and bit slots. Any pentobarbital in pet food is adulteration. The acceptable level is 0. This is not a flavor issue. It is a central nervous system drug that can sedate, slow the heart, and kill at higher doses. You cannot see it. You will not smell it. Gravy looks glossy and rich. Chemistry stays silent. The can opens with a friendly click. Dogs swallow without a clue. That is why this hazard passes the kitchen sniff test. The health stakes are real. Seniors and heart patients are fragile. Sedation can drop blood pressure and worsen arrhythmias. Dogs on diuretics or kidney meds can crash faster. Ataxia and collapse are possible. Kids and older owners handling the food face risk if they touch their faces or snacks before washing. A warm, meaty aroma with thick sauce that coats the loaf. It looks inviting. The threat is invisible. The label smiles while the lab report frowns. Rely on facts, not comfort. Memories. Check the brand recall page and the FDA database before you buy. Prefer brands that publish supplier, controls, species-named meats, and third-party batch tests. Store cans cool, rotate stock. If your dog looks sedated, wobbly or oddly quiet after a meal, call your vet. Bring the can and lot, code. Report the event to your state feed control office. Wash your hands after handling food. Have you ever switched away from a canned food because something felt off? Keep that instinct. Next up, Gravy Train, a pantry classic, with gravy on the label and the very same drug at issue. Holding spot 8 is Gravy Train. Can Click's gravy pause? Comfort vibes rise, but the real danger stays quiet at home. Nostalgic branding meets a hard truth. The same Penta beetle, finding that triggered a multi-brand recall. In 2018, the US Food and Drug Administration reported a JM Smucker voluntary recall after pentobarbital was detected in certain canned Gravy Train products. There is no safe amount of this drug in pet food. The legal tolerance is 0. Cross it in a pantry. Staple becomes a pharmacologic threat. Why this slips past you. The can opens. Normally. The aroma is meaty and warm. Texture looks smooth. Pentabattle is colorless and odorless. It disperses through the batch. There is no visual cue. Families feed dinner, then notice wobbling or deep sleep. Health stakes are serious. Dogs can show ataxia, slow breathing and collapse. Seniors, tiny, breeds and heart patients struggle. First, dogs on sedatives, pain meds, or kidney drugs face a higher risk. Owners can be exposed if they handle food and then touch their faces or snacks before washing. Meaty steam, glossy sauce, and a tender loaf that breaks with a spoon. It feels hearty. The risk stays silent. The can looks kind. The chemistry is not. Do not rely on brand memory. Act on proof. Choose brands that publish. Supplier controls and batch testing. Keep a photo of the lot and date codes. Check the FDA recall page when you shop. Store cans cool and dry. Rotate stock. If your dog seems sedated or unsteady, after a meal, call your vet and bring the can. Report the lot to your state feed control office. Know the signs. Heavy eyelids, poor balance, slow heart. Rate. Keep the dog warm and calm. Early. Care saves lives. Did you ever see a canned food make your dog strangely sleepy? Next up, Olroy, a bargain aisle. Name that faced the very same drug. Finding. At number 7, the brand that slips past labels. Olroy canned. Cheap. Today can explode into vet bills. Tomorrow. Hidden risks do not advertise themselves anywhere. Everyday value with repeated safety shadows, including the 2018 pentobarbital finding and the 2007 recall era. In 2018, the US Food and Drug Administration reported a JM Smucker voluntary recall after pentobarbital was detected in certain Olroy canned products. In 2007, the menu Foods melamine crisis triggered massive recalls across many brands, including Roy per Twin Oaks Animal Hospital. Advisories. Signals mattered. Why this can pass your senses. Pentobarbital is colorless and odorless in a loaf. Melamine adulteration never announced itself either. The can opens normally. The food slides out. Meaty, visual, and smell checks are weak defenses against chemistry you cannot see. Health stakes rise in seniors and dogs on meds. Sedatives depress breathing and blood pressure and can worsen heart disease. Ilamine-related kidney injury triggers. Vomiting, lethargy, and bleeding risks. Pets on diuretics, AC inhibitors, or NSAIDs may destabilize faster. Hansbrough. Oving from the bowl to snacks spreadbar. Isk at home. Beefy smell, soft loafbra. Exture. Trust shouldn't be this mushy. Our price tags your wallet. Bad cans tagbra. Our dog's health. Avoid value canned bra. Inez with opaque sourcing. Choose bra. Etted fresh or tested dry from companies that publish supplier audit spa. ND batch testing. Photograph the LOP bra. Annals. Check the FDA pet food recall bra, age and sign up for alerts. Store cans bra, ool and rotate. If your dog is wobbly bra, lassie or unusually sleepy, call your bra. ET now. Bring the can and lock code, e-port through your state feed control bar, FICE and the FDA safety reporting bar, ORTL, systemic risk note, multi-brand bar. Vents point to shared suppliers and bra, endering inputs. When upstream controls bra, ale, many labels fall together. Old bra, equals. How a company audits partners bar, O-day. Keep paperwork. Discard old cans bar, yield. And sanitize prep areas. If bra, blood or black stool appears, seek bra, urgent care. Have you ever returned a bra, and because the contents felt wrong, X'd a balanced kibble that risked more bra, harm the dog bowl, coming in at number bra, IX Diamond Naturals, when food safety bar, ales upstream, a bag can hurt pets and bra, equal at once, marketed as balanced bar, ETA plant outbreak was linked to human bar, Salmonella illnesses. In 2012, the bra enters for disease control and bra. Prevention confirmed 49 human Salmonella infections across 20 US states, and bra, ANADA tied to products from a diamond bar, facility. That is not a pet only problem. Hat is a household problem. Why? This bar, AS is the eye and nose test. Pathogens bra. Invisible and kibble smells fine. Surfaces pick up residue during scooping bar. ND feeding. Dogs can shed bacteria bra. Without looking sick, spreading 80 bar, round the home. Health tie-in. MMU non-promised owners can land in teach. Hospital. Fragile dogs on steroids, chemo or cardiac meds can spiral after a GI hit, dehydration and fever ripple into kidney stress. For seniors, a routine feeding error becomes a medical event. Kibble looks uniform and clean. Microbes leave no scent, color, or crunch change. A tidy label cannot disinfect a dirty line. Favor makers that publish environmental pathogen, testing, kill step validation, and corrective action reports. Verify lot, codes, and keep photos for traceability. Wash your hands after scooping. Clean the bin. Do not mix new kibble with old crumbs. Store sealed and cool off the floor. If a dog develops diarrhea, fever or lethargy, call your vet and report bag details. Check the FDA recall, page monthly. Mechanism matters. Salmonella survives in low moisture, foods and plant dust riding on augers, belts and boots. If sanitation and dry, clean protocols fail without routine, zone swabs and heat validation, it hides in cracks and returns. Household controls help. Use a dedicated scoop. Wash your hands after feeding. Clean counters. Empty and scrub the storage. Bin between bags. Keep the bag lot panel until it is gone. Feed in a cleanable area. Would you change brands if the plant, not the recipe, was the problem? Next up, a premium label made at that network that also hit the recall wire. Landing at number 5. Taste of the Wild affected the 2012 lots. Wild art sells trust, but a dirty line can turn dinner into a hospital trip. Ancestral marketing met a plant problem that spread beyond one label. The betrayal is simple. Premium image promised clean nutrition. Yet, this brand was tied to the same Salmonella event as other products made at the Diamond facility. Wilderness Pictures sold trust. Facility controls broke it. 2012 U.S. Food and Drug Administration notice recall of products produced at a Diamond Pet Foods facility for Salmonella risk brand, listed A. Mong. Impacted. That is a manufacturing and supply chain failure, not a recipe. Tweak. Why this slips past the nose. Pathogens are invisible and odorless. Kibble looks crisp and uniform. Sampling can miss hotspots when sanitation and traffic flow fail. The label did not change. The smell did not change. Health relevance matters. Dogs can develop vomiting, diarrhea, fever, and dehydration. Older or fragile dogs crash faster. People get sick too, especially toddlers, elders, and anyone on chemo or immune-suppressing meds. Cross-contamination from hands to snacks happens fast. Roasted meat aroma and wilderness art suggest safety, but the reality was microbial. The crunch stays the same. The danger stays hidden. Premium claims do not sanitize augers, belts, boots, or dust. Your fix. Verify the plant on the bag or ask support. Favor makers that publish environmental, pathogen testing, heat kill validation, and corrective actions. Keep a photo of the lot panel. Do not pour new kibble onto old crumbs. Clean bins between bags. Store sealed and cool off the floor. Wash your hands after scooping. If your dog shows fever, bloody stool, or lethargy, call your vet and bring the bag and lot code. Check your pantry for affected dates and discard sealed items. If this helps, hit like so more pet. Parents see it. Tell me your dog's food below and I'll suggest a cleaner swap. Would you switch brands if the plant, not the recipe, was the problem? Even vet-recommended lines missed a critical nutrient target the following year. Holding spot 4 is I Am Selected 2013. Lots. A sensitive label soothes owners, but missed basics can put families in urgent care. Tailored promises met a lab, reality when controls failed. Betrayal, sold as sensitive and tailored. Yet, Salmonella sparked a broad recall across multiple dry varieties. In August 2013, Procter & Gamble and the US Food and Drug Administration (ION) announced a voluntary recall for salmonella risk in certain IM's dry dog foods. That is a process failure, not a flavor issue. Why? This sneaks past. Kibble looks normal, and paws the same. Pathogens are invisible. A plant can miss a contaminated run if kill steps, environmental swabs or traffic control fail. The nose test will not help. Health relevance is direct. Dogs can develop diarrhea, fever, vomiting, and dehydration. They can also shed bacteria without looking sick, spreading risk to floors and hands, kids, older owners, and anyone on chemo or immune. Suppressing meds are vulnerable, fragile. Dogs on heart or kidney meds can crash quickly. Kibble crunch is fine. Culture plates told another story. A science label means little if the plant forgets the basics. Your fix. Favor makers that publish environmental monitoring, validated kill step temperatures and times and corrective actions. Ask which facility made your lot. Photograph the lot code with the receipt. Do not mix new kibble with old crumbs. Wash your hands after scooping. Clean the bin between bags. Store sealed, cool, and off the floor. Feed in a cleanable area. If a dog shows blood and stool, fever, or unusual lethargy, call your vet and bring the bag and lot panel. Why this matters every batch. Salmonella can live in low moisture foods and plant dust, riding belts and boots. If dry clean protocols fail without routine zone, swabbing and heat validation, it hides and returns. One question for you. Would you switch if the brand fixed labels but not the plant plan? Next up, its sibling, premium label got tagged the same week. Eukanuba coming at 3. At number 3, the brand that slips past labels, Eucona, selected 2013 lots. Same roof, same weak link, same recall, and the performance promise suddenly cracks for many. Performance branding could not prevent a salmonella recall that reached across multiple dry varieties. In August 2013, Procter & Gamble and the US Food and Drug Administration announced a voluntary recall for salmonella risk, involving select Eucona dry dog foods. That is a process failure, not a flavor. Note, it tells you where controls broke, not where marketing lives. Why this can't pass the kitchen test. Pathogens are invisible and odorless in dry food. Pellets look clean and smell mild. Contamination hides where the nose never reaches. Sampling can miss hotspots when sanitation, traffic patterns, or recontamination beat the plan between shifts. The bag looks the same. The pour sounds the same. The hazard travels on dust. Health relevance is direct. Dogs can develop vomiting, diarrhea, fever, and dehydration. They can also shed bacteria without looking sick, spreading risk to hands, rugs, and beds. For fragile owners on chemo, steroids, or with chronic illness, handling contaminated food can lead to severe infection. For seniors or heart patients, dehydration can push blood pressure and electrolytes into the danger zone. Fragile dogs on cardiac or kidney meds crash faster. A science label means nothing if the plant misses the basics. Clean-smelling pellets that crunch exactly right. Culture plates told another story. Your fix. Track which facility makes your bag. Ask support to confirm the plant. Prefer brands that disclose facility names, publish environmental swab programs, and show validated kill step temperatures and times. Keep photos of the lot and date, codes with receipts. Wash your hands after scooping. Use a dedicated scoop, not a kitchen cup. Store sealed and cool, off the floor. Do not pour new kibble onto old crumbs. Empty and scrub the bin between bags. If your dog shows fever, bloody stool, or lethargy, call your vet at once. Bring the bag and a photo of the lot code. Save a 1-cup sample for potential testing. Clean and disinfect, SCU, PS and bowls. Report the lot through your state feed control office and the FDA safety reporting portal. If kids helped feed, wash their hands. Wash your hands and wipe surfaces. One question for you. Would you switch if the brand fixed labels but not the plant plan? Now, a misformulation that went far past an upset stomach. Coming in at number 2, Hill's 2019 canned dog foods. The label said precise. The assay said otherwise, and the math was not kind to pets. Science branding met numbers that put real dogs in real danger. Betrayal. A science-based promise, but vitamin D rose to toxic levels in certain cans. This was not a vague complaint. It was a measurable overdose. Evidence Line 2019. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration and Hill's reported recalls for excess vitamin D in multiple canned dog foods. Testing found concentrations up to 102,000 IU per kilogram, while typical safe targets sit near 500 to 3,000 IU per kilogram. That gap is not a rounding error. It is an exposure that can wreck physiology. Why this passes the kitchen test. There is no strong smell change, no color alarm, no texture shift. Vitamin D is a micronutrient. Overshoot. Hides in numbers. Owners open, scoop, and serve. Dogs eat normally until toxicity builds. Health relevance is immediate. Vitamin D overdose drives hypercalcemia that raises calcium in the blood and tissues. Kidneys take the hit first. Signs include vomiting, thirst, peeing, large volumes, lethargy, and poor appetite. In severe cases, you can see arrhythmias, GI bleeding, and acute kidney injury. Fragile dogs struggle fastest. Seniors and dogs on heart or kidney meds have less reserve to buffer the insult. The food smells meaty and rich, looks uniform, and slides from the can smoothly. Nothing in that moment warns you. Numbers beat labels every time when precision fails. Context matters. The failure occurred at the premix stage, VIT. Amine pre-blend accuracy and verification matter in every batch. If a supplier misformulates or a lot slips through without correct testing, even a respected brand can send an overdose to shelves. That is why corrective actions must include supplier audits, in-house assay checks, and a hold and release system for cans. Your fix. Avoid implicated date codes and products named in the recall. Prefer brands that audit vitamin premix. Suppliers demand certificates of analysis for each lot and verify with in-house assays before release. Keep the label panel and lot code. If your dog shows vomiting, thirst, heavy urination, or weakness, call your vet. Ask about blood calcium and kidney values. Bring the can, the lot code, and a feeding history. Store can diets cool and rotate stock. Do not feed recalled lots, even if your dog seems fine. Save unused, can sealed. One question for you. Would you change brands if numbers, not flavor, were the failure? Our number one case was not an upset, it was deadly, landing at number one. Sport mix, Midwestern pet foods, a familiar bag, a friendly price, and one invisible toxin can turn dinner into liver failure. Tonight, everyday kibble was linked to fatal aflatoxin poisonings. 2020 to 2021, the US Food and Drug Administration reported 110 plus dog deaths and product tests over 400 ppb aflatoxin, with the FDA action level at 20 ppb for finished feed. That gap is not a rounding error, it is a lethal exposure. Aflatoxin comes from Aspergillus molds on stress corn. Poor grain screening lets contaminated lots through. Toxin levels vary widely, between truckloads and even inside a single lot. A bad bin can seed multiple batches before anyone knows. Why you did not spot it. Aflatoxin is tasteless and colorless in the bowl. The kibble looks normal. The smell seems fine. The crunch is unchanged. Kitchen sniff tests do nothing here. Health S. Takes are